What is going on, you guys? Welcome to the first edition of Let's Chill. This is my new headset, but I still got a microphone that I will be using for the JIC podcast. Now, I'm still brainstorming on the JIC podcast, but I noticed that I have not done any chill streams as of late. So, with that being said, welcome to my very first official chill stream. It's called Let's Chill. Let's settle down. But anyways, what we're gonna do here today is we're gonna have some fun and have an open panel. At least I hope so, because you know, Jordan is live and everybody flocks to Jordan. Frickin' Jordan, I'm gonna throw a brick through his window. That's the brick thrower from Boston. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. But all kidding aside, welcome. And so I'm wearing my hat because my hair's all not looking good, and I really don't want to, you know, you know, fix it up for this. But I remember I remember a little thing that your old pal Chayton was doing with David St. Dennis and trying to find him a date. So that gave me the idea. Instead of going on Omegle, why don't we do it with me on Meet Me on the actual website? Eating sunflower seeds, so forgive my rudeness. Well, yeah, I want to do that, but only I will only do that if I get a panel assembled, whether it be Kevin, ZTB, or anybody from other groups, because I won't not do it. But as you can see, boom, see. So you could go live on this, and there's a little thing called date or next date, and what you can do is you can like blindly have people come in, which can be embarrassing if you're not, the right person, or if you're like socially awkward, like I am. But before we do that, let's let everybody know I am live. And this is purely for entertainment purposes. I mean, yeah, I'm single in real life, and you know, I just wanted to do this for shits and giggles. So we're gonna get right to it. The goal is not to let people know they're gonna be on YouTube. They're gonna be live on YouTube. But let's just hope this does not go wrong. All right. let's go to YouTube real quick. We're 5 minutes in. I will share the link only with the BHC and the House of Chayton Discord servers due to certain all right. Yeah, due to certain problems, or should I say drama. But other than that, we are going to have some fun, or at least try to have some fun. And then later on, we will resume my universe mode series. So here we go. I know you guys are probably thinking, don't do it, Jester. Don't make an ass of yourself. Making an ass of myself is fun. I'm just playing. All right, let's let them know I'm live. I'm live! And you know what that means. There we go. And then what we'll do is we'll clipboard the link. But now that it's out of the way, let's try and go live here. I did it last time, a long time ago, so I tested it out. So what we're gonna do, let's start. Okay, starting. It has to fucking work. There we go. Alrighty. We're live. We are live and in living color. With hold on. Oh, okay. The chat room's good. Okay. We don't got to us yet, so we're gonna. Hey, Chayton! Finally, I could see your comments in the comment section. I think so. All right. Let's try this. See if we can't get anybody to come in. I'm good. How are you? About to have some fun here. Let's see. Take your time. All right. And then after I'm done with the shenanigans, I'll have an open panel. I just want to see if this is actually a thing. if I could actually find a date. This is kind of like speed dating only. Go live and see how this goes. Might not happen. We'll do. I'll make this an occurring thing just for a segment. But yeah, this is the name of the new street. It's called. This is the name of the new chill stream. It's called Chill, and it'll have an open panel, open any discussion except politics and religion. Oh, look, free. So I got one viewer. Let's get more people in. Let's see. Still about 8:45. That'll be enough time. Nothing happens, then I'll just open up the panels on YouTube. Like I said, we're live on YouTube, and I'm live on Meet Me. Meet Me is like a social media site where you can go and meet people and date. Only downside of it is there's a lot of fake bots on it. But the only thing that intrigues me is the let's date thing on it. So you never know who will pop up and or what will pop on. It's not like Omegle. Now if I did I don't know if that would work because I remember Tom did that. Yeah, Tom did that and he got banned. So I don't know if I could. I could try, but I took the idea from Chayton because he from the Outcast. So I was like, you know what? Let's find myself date. Now, if they had a website that I could actually go on for just strictly speed dating, that would be a bonus. And it would help instead of sitting live waiting. I'm a freaking YouTuber here. I'm not known, but an aspiring YouTuber. And we're here playing Next Date. And those that are new to this, simply look up my name, Chester in Chains, and you'll find me on YouTube. Okay, it's 8:41. 8:45, this will end. Or maybe 8:50, who knows? I'll give it another 10 minutes. All right, let's check. Yeah, I've been single for a while and I've been swiping left, swiping right. All right. I think we'll stop at 8:45. And then I'll open up the panel and maybe try again. That would be funny, just to do it live in front of people, live in front of with the panel. Okay, got one more minute left. Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm trying to do it. Remember that on the Outcast when y'all were doing that Omegle stuff with David? I wanted to give it a try and see if it'll see what would happen. Okay, it is 8:45. We'll end this one. Nothing came of that. Alrighty. All right. I am going to Open up the StreamYard. And let's have a... Okay, we got our first guest. Welcome, Chayton.
As soon as I have issues. Oh, there I am. Okay. Still getting used to the whole 5G thing. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Damn.
What? Alrighty. So that was a bust. Oh, got another. Welcome. There we go. And poof. I think he's having some technical difficulties. Oh, yeah. Okay. Go to self-promotion. Okay, and Chayton's
There we go. Testing. I don't know why I was playing, like my phone was working perfectly when I was playing the video, but then when I jumped in, it was like, oh, having issues. I'm like, fuck my life. When the fuck's my lighter? Oh, there it is. I was like, oh, let me stop by here before I take a shower. Plus, yeah, I know you haven't done one of these in a bit, so I was like,
Yeah, it's been a while.
yeah, how you been?
I've been doing good.
Yeah, same. I'm enjoying my next 2 days off. Had to take care of stuff earlier. Got my hair cut after a fucking hour wait, but nonetheless. And then tomorrow, seeing that new vampire movie called The Invitation, which I have not heard good things about. So my optimism is very low. And then that Idris Elba movie Beast, where it's Idris Elba versus a lion. But more importantly, it was known as the movie that got beat by Goku last week.
Anime is always going to be, especially if it's Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, I was happy for that, because like, and seeing the movie finally, like last week, it was fantastic. So couldn't have it to a nicer film to be blunt in that regard.
I don't know, that Idris Elba movie, The Beast, kind of reminds me of The Ghost in the Darkness with Val Kilmer.
Oh yeah, I think we were talking about that. Yeah,
it just has the same premise as it.
Yeah, it's like that movie that came out a couple weeks ago called Fall that I wanted to go see. It was a decent little flick, but not the most original movie. You could say it was a ripoff of Cliffhanger or movies like that where you're stuck in high places and you have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Also gave me Descent vibes, but not because there was any monsters in it. But if anybody's seen the Descent and some of the side stories that were going on in that movie, you may, if you've seen Fall, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Descent is a better film as well. But even though the ending was the American ending was not as good as the UK ending.
The UK version's better.
Yeah, just the ending. Just how like it ended and all that. But if they went with the UK ending, there would have never been a sequel to The Descent. Like there was that, I think that straight to DVD sequel, The Descent Part 2 or some shit like that. And after that, there was no. But to me, that was a movie that did not need a sequel. It's kind of like what was it, V for Vendetta?
Yeah.
Great movie, did not need a sequel. I'm glad they never did. They tried to do a sequel to that movie, but luckily they never did. And speaking of the whole Amigo thing with David, I was before the Outcast went kaput, I was actually gonna try to get because Brandon Beauregard would have been the replacement if the show continued, and I said that if it had continued, I would have talked to Tom about having Beauregard do the whole Amigo thing. I think that would have been some highbrow comedy, especially his basically the whipped cream in the face, like I think he did on that last episode. I said, damn, he's already going to be good. But I said I would have had him do that during those things.
Or Brian.
That would have been highbrow comedy right there.
Yes.
I don't think I would have had an issue getting Brian to talk to women like I did with David.
Yeah. Thinking about it makes me laugh.
I know, right? Like I said one of the main reasons why I had him on that show was, and sometimes he resisted, but I tried to get him to fucking like attack his chair. That was my goal each episode, was for him to attack his chair and throw it into his bunk bed. Wonder if he still has that bunk bed. I don't keep up with David for obvious reasons. Hope he's doing well, but I wonder if he still has that bunk bed now that he's a adult.
I highly doubt he does. I know he's changed his setup for a lot, so.
Oh, that's good. Hopefully he has better connectivity issues. That was always the issue. Even when I gave my phone number once because I think I told him, I said getting him to talk on Discord or Messenger was always a hard thing to do because of his internet connection. But even on the phone it was bad too. Just trying to get him to, the audio was always whack in that regard. But
I think it's mostly because I think he lives in the forest or something like that.
Maybe because I was gonna say, I know, like when I used to talk to Tom, because I know they live in this roughly the same area. I know I never really had any connectivity, or at least phone wise, with him. I can't say I can't recall when we were on like Facebook Messenger or some shit like that. But yeah, I could see that because I was at a doctor's appointment today and I went to Whataburger. And funny enough, the internet connectivity there was actually very off, but then again, it's it's not really forced. It was in the medical center, but still, it's like right, like you know where it's like by the medical or like the Fredericksburg area where the Wingstop is, the Giants, that area. I should have went to Dragon's Lair too. I haven't been there in probably a decade plus. They've probably redesigned it. I know Nihar would go there from time to time.
I was at the Colonnade this past Saturday.
The Colonnade, what's that?
The seat exchange over there at the Colonnade. It's like the best seat exchange.
Not the one on Bandera, but the one near Wurzbach.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, okay. Because I've never been to that. I've passed by it, but I never went over there.
They have vinyls, they have cassettes. Yeah, they brought back cassettes.
Oh, fuck yeah.
My brother started buying cassettes. again.
Oh, yeah, I need to get back into collecting vinyl. I haven't really gotten anything since my Halloween L7s. I did see, what was it? One of the YouTubers I was trying to. I didn't know that they had a Silent Hill soundtrack on vinyl. I'm
They
like,
do?
yeah, I want to get that, but I'm like, I'm going to have to wait, and then most likely it's going to be gone. Wasn't that expensive either? I think it was like $60.
That's not bad.
Yeah, for I don't know how long it's been out for. I even saw they had like a limited run new copy of Knights of the Old Republic for the Switch. I was saying on Facebook, I said I need to stop buying. I'm trying to collect more physical Switch games, but I saw the BioShock collection for the fucking Switch for $10. I couldn't pass it up, and
Oh man.
yeah, I will say though, Infinite. That was the one I played Infinite first because I said that
Oh,
was that was the newest game on the Switch or in the BioShock series, and since it was outside during daylight, I was very curious to see how it looked on the Switch, especially on handheld because I got the Switch Lite. And actually, it holds up. I was actually pleasantly surprised. I had no frame rate issues or anything like that, so I was happy with the Switch version. I have not played BioShock 1 or 2. I only installed the first one in Infinite because I'm going to need to get another SD card soon. I knew I should have just got the 512 or the 100 or the 1 terabyte SD cards.
Because what I'm doing with my Switch is I'm collecting Pokemon games because GameStop gives you a lot of money for those.
Oh yeah. I got I think it was a couple of weeks ago. My work forgot to pay some extra money in my for like overtime and stuff. So they paid me that I think a couple of days later. So I was like, okay, I had some extra money that I wasn't expecting. So I was like, okay, I'll finally buy something that especially since they weren't really those games ever go down. I bought Mario Odyssey because I was like the only Mario game. Well, there's a few other Mario games I still need to get on the Switch, but it's like one of the Mario games I did not never played. So, and I'm loving it. I don't know how far I'm into it. Like I've already passed a few areas, but I'm loving the Mario Odyssey. I'm trying to think of the next one I want to get. Probably the 3D World with Bowser's Fury next time I can, because I got Super Smash digitally, unfortunately, and what was the other one? Mario Kart 8 digitally. And I only got those because of the fact that I think I got them right when the pandemic started.
Oh yeah, man. I hated the pandemic.
Yeah, that's how I bought Doom Eternal and on the Xbox One and shit. And I think Resident Evil 3, because that was right when everything was closing down and shit. So I decided ordering online, which I could have, but I'm trying to think of another game. I'm trying to think of another game on the Switch that's like a port that looks really good. I haven't tried the Assassin's Creed because I got the 4 and Black Flag and Rogue. I've not tried the 4 yet. So that one I'm mostly curious about. I'm trying to think. Like Destroy All Humans looks really good on the Switch. I'm hoping they release the second game eventually. I know it's only on Xbox Series and PlayStation 5, but I'm hoping they try to downsize it to the Switch. But I'm trying to think of another. Stubbs the Zombie, but that was more of a remastered of the what was it? What was the it was on the original Xbox, and I was fortunate to find a physical copy. I did not know they made physical copies of Stubbs the Zombie, Rebel Without Pulse. I always loved that tagline. But I'm trying to, because there's not like, I know they probably won't, but I would love for them to port the original Dead Space games for the Switch. But EA really doesn't have that much. Yeah, like besides like Burnout Paradise and Need for Speed, you don't really see a lot of Xbox or EA games, like, of course, FIFA, they do not give a shit about FIFA on the Switch. Madden has no love on the Switch, which is unfortunate. Same thing could go for Call of Duty. That's one I don't understand, because even if you can't put the newer Call of Duties on the Switch, you've got the old ones. You've got Call of Duty 4. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you got Call of Duty 4, you got Modern Warfare 2, the original Modern Warfare 2. You got a lot of the Xbox 360 CODs that you could put on there. And then I'm trying to think of other ones. Like, I know AEW is going to be on the Switch, which is going to be great because we'll finally have hopefully a working Switch wrestling game. I don't count 2K Battlegrounds because Battlegrounds actually ran pretty decent on the Switch, but still. There was Retromania, but again, I don't really count that because that's more of a ode to the old WrestleFest.
Yeah.
I love the Switch because of the portability. That's the one thing. Like, I've got like multiple copies of each game on my Xbox and my Switch just because of the fact that I could take them portably. I'm even thinking about picking up Saints Row 4 just to get that on the Switch, even though it's probably my least favorite Switch game, or not Switch, but Saints Row game. I have not tried the newest one. I'm waiting because
a lot of people are like calling it woke and shit.
Well, and also the bugs and shit. Like, from what now I know he plays PC, but I know ITB told me that, it's awful. I know Adam brought up that it works good on his Xbox One S, which I have in a One S. So, but I'm still just thinking, okay, I'm just gonna wait until probably a few patches and a price drop, because after, what was it, Cyberpunk, I've learned my lesson. There's only a few games I will buy on the Switch or on the brand new on day one. The Call of Duty games, trying to think. Used to be the WWE games, but the UFC games, because I've enjoyed all the UFC games from especially.
I wish EA never got rid of the game face though, to be able to, because that.
Oh yeah. Well, EA even, like, that was the one reason why I was optimistic when EA took over with the UFC brand, because they made that EA Sports MMA back in, I think it was 2010, and that was actually a very fun MMA game, and it was the only way you could actually play Bobby Lashley and Randy Couture in the at least in those modern gen. I don't know if Randy was in the old he was in the old PS2 UFC games, but I know he wasn't in the later versions. Kind of like in the Fight Night games, which is another series that should be brought back.
Yeah,
because I know boxing ain't as big as it once was, so I kind of can understand why they've not really had the emphasis on it. I don't think Fight Night Champions sold that well, even though I personally love the game. I still don't understand why I was rated M, though. That was like my only real, because like the story mode, it's kind of like Batman Arkham Knight being rated M. There wasn't really anything to me that warranted an M-rated game. Let's see. But go ahead.
I think maybe the story mode was the one that killed the game ultimately. Because I remember I used to love, I used to love playing, I used to love creating my boxer and just going.
Oh yeah, and then in Fight Night you had to have basically their own character. You could switch it. It's one thing I liked about the my careers in the recent. And I need to get back into finishing that on 2K22. I stepped away from it for a bit, but I need to get back to it, so that way it gives me something besides universe mode. That's I do want them to what I would actually prefer them to do, and I don't know if this would be, it could be cost efficient due to the fact that you're merging two modes into one. I would just like for them just to merge universe mode and GM mode for the next game. Because they've got like GM mode. I know a lot of people were divisive on it. I will say though, it was a good starting point, but it did get repetitive after the first go around. So I could see why, like people, like I've even gone back to play it since probably they put in the tag titles. But I'm hoping that they improve upon it next year. And then with the AEW game, I'm hoping because I was hearing rumblings that was coming out either later this year or early next year, which I'm hoping the former rather than the latter, because I think if they release it next year, because the rumor was like February 2023, that would not be good because you're coming off right before WWE 2K24 or 2K23, if they call it that, comes out. Because 2K23, from what I've heard, they're going to keep with the March release date.
Well, I see.
Which it was successful, like the sales and all that, so I can see that being the reason. But I'm just looking at it from the business side. It would not be because you're compete with one another, and I'd rather them release it. Now, granted, if it's not complete, then they should release it whenever. But if they're planning on releasing on fall, at least then they don't have any competition for months. And then plus, going back to other competition not related to wrestling, you're going to have Resident Evil Remake coming out around that time. You're going to have Dead Space Remake coming out around that time. So you're going to have some big, heavy hitters coming around, which is sad if you think about it, because they're both remakes. But
I don't get why. I don't get why they're continuing to work on it. I mean, it looks pretty good. The only thing.
Oh, go ahead.
The only thing that I don't like is the mini games because they kind of looked, like what are they trying to do? Merge Mario Party with wrestling?
Well, if you remember back on the SmackDown vs. Raw 06 on the PSP, they had mini games on that. Now, granted, it was only on the PSP version, but still, they had the mini games on that. I think Eugene, you had the direct Eugene running around, little obstacles around the ring. And then they had some trivia game, and then they had Texas Hold'em, which was which again, one of the reasons I always loved 06 on the PSP just because they had those different things, and then you could get Jake Roberts on the PSP. The only way you could get him on the fucking PS2 is if you connected your PS2 to your PSP to your PS2, and then you'd be able to unlock him, which I thought was kind of weird. But hey, it was a way to get people to buy both versions.
Yeah, I remember playing both versions when I had my little PSP.
Yeah, I miss the P. That's the one thing, because with the PSP, and that's one thing I don't get with Nintendo, is that you had almost every major game on that system, even if it was a downgraded version. You had the wrestling games, you had even TNA and UFC had ports of their games on there. You had all the Madden games. You had a few Call of Duties, Medal of Honor. You had what was it?
Man, Medal of Honor. I haven't heard that name since the last one they made on PS3.
Yeah, what was it called? Warfighter or something like that?
Yeah.
I liked the 2010 reboot they did, even though they had like the Taliban, there was all that controversy. But I appreciate it because it was truly a modern war, like when they called Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, and you're fighting Russians, really. And I'm like, that's not like, as far as I know, our main war at that time was like Iraq and all that stuff. So I kind of like that Medal of Honor was going there in that regard, even though to some it could be in poor taste. But and then Warfighter, I never played that last one. I think that was like I think that was right when the PS3 or PS4 and Xbox One came out. But I was still like honestly, I didn't upgrade to a PS4 until 2017.
Same here, 2018.
Yeah, and then I had that sucker for a few years, and then it died on me, and then I got me the Xbox One S, and I've really never looked back because I just like the backwards compatibility of it. That was the main. Besides, go ahead.
I'm thinking about getting one from a pawn shop.
What, a PS5 or
Xbox One S?
Oh, okay, the ones. I've been noticing them at the pot, like the Xbox Series is. I've been noticing them more often at Walmart. The PS5, however, still not found, and especially with the controversy recently about the price hikes. But I think it's
Yeah.
only overseas. I don't think it's affecting us, from my understanding.
I hope not. That would suck.
Yeah, it's like why you're basically doing the same thing you did back in the fucking what was it, the when the PS3 came out.
Yeah.
Well, the Xbox 360 for years. It wasn't until the very end that the PS3 won the console war for that generation. But you had like the what was it? The let's see what did I get? Okay. But that's why, like with PS3 for years, it was that whole price, the price reveal at the beginning. That's what led to them not doing well at the beginning, and then after a little bit of time, you got the PS and some good quality games. My personal favorites, besides the Uncharted games, was Killzone. The Killzone
Oh,
series.
I used to love the Killzone series. I played that on a PS2, and then I couldn't get into the one for PS4 they made. I guess the last one.
Oh, Shadowfall. I enjoyed it. It was probably because I started on Killzone 2 because I don't think I can't really say I wasn't old enough, but still I bought M-Raid games back then. But I actually finally played Killzone for the first time with the who was that?
Oh, you keep James, the PSN gamer.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm the one from your live streams.
Oh, okay.
I'm James.
Welcome, James.
Welcome.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
But yeah, with Killzone, I think when I first played the first Killzone was on when they released the Killzone trilogy on the PS3. That was like the first time I was able to play the first Killzone. And I enjoyed it. I was more of a Killzone. I like Halo. I loved Halo Infinite. To me, that was a return to form because I did not like Halo 5. I have really. It's funny because before Infinite, my favorite Halo game was Halo 3 ODST and Reach, which is always funny because those are kind of spin-offs. But I just love those games, especially the third ODST with that score. It had my favorite score of the entire Halo series. But I was always a Killzone fan over Halo, no matter what. Xbox, however, I still say had the best third-person shooter game, which was Gears. I'm still waiting. I'm shocked we've not heard anything about Gears 6, especially how the last one ended with a cliffhanger. But Gears, that was like one of the main reasons why I bought an Xbox 360. That and like Dead Space, because those like Dead Space was only on those systems, it wasn't like a PS2 port or whatever else.
Yeah.
But I can't. I've said I am going to get an Xbox Series X or S by the end of the year, in time for Resident Evil 4 and Dead Space. Which I joked. I said it's sad that the main reason why I'm getting this system right now is because of the remix, not because of any other games that I like, that are coming that I'm looking forward to. But that's the main reason, because I said that's the only system right now that is remotely available. But yeah, I've been seeing. But I do advise not to go to pawn shops to go buy an Xbox Series X or S. The older systems, yes, but not those, because I've seen them at other stores, at pawn shops, and they're like $700-800 all wrapped. They're not even in their boxes and shit. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not that desperate for a Series X. I'll just wait plus that SSD drive. That's my main issue with it, because if you don't buy one, a portable or a external storage, you ain't gonna be able to play. You ain't gonna be able to play too many games on that system unless you have XCloud and all that shit. But you can get an external, but you can only store the games. You can't really play. I think you can play the last gen games, but you don't get any of the perks with it. So you can't like get the faster loading and all that shit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I had to extend my PS4 memory.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna need to get probably 4 terabyte. I got two terabytes. I'm gonna need to get 4 terabyte because over the last couple of months, it sucks because I work near a GameStop, so I frequent, and plus my old boss, because I used to work there a couple of years back.
Yeah.
So I frequent that place a lot, and I've been buying a lot. It was funny because I had a very small stack of Xbox One games compared to my OG Xbox and my Xbox 360. But now my Xbox One's collection has eclipsed both of those collections combined. I have like 30 games physically on the Xbox One. The last two I bought was Vampire and the what was the last one? Oh, Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered. One more.
Yeah, I saw Vampire. How is Vampire?
It's a good little RPG game. I'm not like it's not like the greatest game in the world, but I like it for the story. And I'm not the biggest RPG fan. That's why I was not looking forward to the newer Assassin's Creed games with some of the mechanics they're adding, but I've loved all the Assassin's Creed games, the newest ones. But Vampire's a fun little game, and you can get it for relatively cheap. I got mine for like $10.
$10?
Yeah, it goes between 10 to 20, depending on where you buy it from. I also need to get the Switch version because they do have a Switch version of it. So I want to get that, but I want to get it physical. Because I think that's the next game I'm going to try to hunt down, that one and Dragon Ball Z Kakarot for the Switch, because if you buy the Switch version, you get the DLC with it for free.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I was originally just going to buy it on the Switch or on the Xbox One because I have it on the Xbox One. But I was like, I'll just pay the $40 and buy it on the Switch. I'm like, and all that. So I'm hoping to get that in the next couple of maybe month or so. Probably if I don't get it before October, I'm not going to get it for a while because October, it's not going to be a good month for my check for my pocketbook because a lot of 4Ks I got pre-ordered. Some I paid off, some I haven't. That's the only thing I don't like about Amazon. Unless I put gift card, like have gift card money on my thing, I'm not going to be able to. I'm not going to. They don't take it out till the end. So I'm like, fuck. But a lot of good horror 4Ks coming next month, and in the end of September, beginning of October, and then beginning of November, we're gonna get Piranha, the original Piranha on 4K. I was like, fuck yeah. But anyway, Jester, I'm gonna head off because I'm gonna take a shower and just relax for a second. But I just wanted to come in here and chit chat. It's always good talking to each other. But nice meeting you, James, and I will.
Nice meeting you too.
And I'll see you all in the next one. Till then,
I was doing like adjusting my mic settings while I left.
Yeah, mics on StreamYard can be a pain.
Yeah, I mean I have a problem. I'm just trying to make it so where you can hear me better.
Yeah, but StreamYard it's fun.
Yeah, I never heard of this website.
Yeah, you could stream on here like pretty good. You don't have problems, but they make it easy.
Yeah. I mean, I know it's kind of awkward with my phone like being like this. I don't have my gaming set up like how I usually set it up yet.
Yeah.
All I need to do is get my table and then my keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, I'm planning on getting me a capture card.
What's that?
That's a that's a better way to stream, so I hear. And plus, you can stream like other older systems too. Like, say if you
Oh,
have a
for real?
Super Nintendo, yeah.
Okay.
I almost got me one of those Retrons. It's like a one of those emulator systems where you can buy old Nintendo, Sega, and Super NES games, and you could just put the cartridges in and it'll emulate the gameplay.
Oh, so
I was like,
basically, it'll make you be able to play the game, but
yeah.
with better controls and stuff.
You wouldn't have to worry about buying the overpriced retro systems.
Oh,
They're like
okay,
$50
now.
so I'm thinking about getting one.
Mm.
Back then, man, that's all we had was cartridge gaming systems and Tiger Electronic handheld gaming systems.
Oh. Okay.
I think I can show you one. Hold on.
Ow, my arm.
Here we go. Found it. See, this is what we had to play.
Oh yeah.
These were like a pain in the butt because like the screen was not good.
I can tell it because like the smaller screen is, it probably didn't have that much color inside of it.
Yeah. This is how basically.
That was just how it was back then.
See?
I'm getting my setup ready.
All right.
I might get on the game for a little bit and then get off and get ready for school for tomorrow.
Right.
Beep, 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 beep. It's kind of messy, so I'm gonna try to clean it up.
Yeah, I had a desk too.
Huh?
Before I'm
I messed my mic up. Now I can't hear it. That was it. So let me move my shoebox. Right. My shoebox out the way. Alright, there we go. Oh, ow!
You alright?
Yeah. I just cut my skin, cut it up on the table.
Ooh.
And my keyboard and mouse. Cause I was nervous at first.
Yeah, it can get like that.
Cause I didn't know if it was fake or not.
What, the
Then
stream?
yeah, because I didn't know what the link was gonna do.
Yeah, it just takes you right in, and you're ready to go. As long as you have a mic and a cam, you're set.
I don't know what should I play. I might get on Fortnite.
I was thinking about getting on Fortnite or whatever they call that game. I was thinking about trying out Fortnite one day.
I mean, it can get pretty fun, but one thing you got to deal with is like the people know how to play the game, and they can like easier advantage to kill you faster.
Yeah, I used to deal with that in Titanfall and Call of Duty. Titanfall was more fun. I enjoyed playing Titanfall 2 on PS4. I might get it again just to play and online.
Yeah. There we go. Now you can see me better. There we go. Oh, yeah, I just wanted to use my controller. It might disconnect because it's dead.
But yeah, I'm thinking about getting me a third system.
Wait, what'd you say? I didn't hear you.
Also, I'm thinking about getting me a third console because I already got like 2. I got a Nintendo Switch Lite.
Nintendo Switch. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I play Pokemon on there.
Yeah. This is my controller right here. The sticker's about to come off because it's a Taco Bell.
That's cool.
Yeah. I'm playing on keyboard and mouse at the moment.
Alrighty, I'm gonna get off here and probably either stream WWE or Skyrim.
Oh,
So
so
I'll
you're not gonna be on StreamYard no more?
No.
What I'm gonna do is while I'm playing my game, I'm gonna watch your stream.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too. Peace.
Peace.